Incoming transmission.
Data received.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Star Trek United. I am Fleet Admiral Caliph.
I still cannot hear.
Dang. We're having some technical difficulties with my captain of the station. See if we can just. All right, so let me see if I can do this right. So going with what we're trying to do, we're bringing our Star Trek group, which is Star Trek United, which is a Star Trek Federation alliance with the Klingon Empire group from the online game. I'm the Fleet Admiral with my first officer Katala. We have Jack below us, who you cannot hear. He is the captain of the station. We have Za, which is his first officer, and we have Yolanda, who is our. Have you decided on your posting yet?
No, not yet. I guess I need to get on that.
Yes, Lieutenant Commander, you do.
Okay.
All right, guys. I gathered us together because this is our first outing. Hopefully, we'll get more of our crew here, and we will develop a rapport where we can sit here and talk Star Trek in our fandom with our crew as well as people on the internet. So let's get the elephant out of the room. Picard, Star Trek Picard is the latest thing to drop. We're one episode away from the finale, which means, of course, in 2 weeks, we'll come back and discuss the finale of Picard. Your guys' feelings on Picard in general. Let's start with the Lieutenant Commander. Yes, ma'am, you.
Hi. I'm really enjoying this season of Picard. I rewatched last week's episode actually yesterday, and it was really good, really good. I have to admit, I believe I like this season better than last season. And I'm hoping tomorrow's episode will finish everything up. I'm kind of wishing that it was maybe another 2 episodes. I hope it's not going to be rushed tomorrow, but I'm really looking forward to see it when I get off work.
Yeah, I have to admit, I'm a little weary of the 1 episode left thing. Although The Mandalorian did pull it off really well, but for something of this magnitude of what they're going into, 1 ship versus the entire Federation fleet, kind of tough. Za, your take on Picard, as in you can break it down into your seasons, or you can just
see if I can find some earpieces.
All right.
Say that again.
Your take on Picard as a whole, or as in the seasons, however you want to break it up.
Oh man, Picard this season has been absolutely amazing. I mean, seems like each episode has gotten better and better. Several times I was watching it, didn't realize I was tightening up my stomach and holding my breath because I was just like, man, what are they going to do? This is the best Trek we have gotten since probably Strange New Worlds. So I'm loving this. I mean, I hope they continue on, like you said, with Star Trek Legacies. Maybe we'll get some people from DS9. Maybe we'll get Kira. Maybe we'll get O'Brien or some other people from, maybe we'll even get people from Voyager showing up besides 7 of 9, and maybe we'll finally get Chakotay back.
Negative on Chakotay. He decided that he didn't want to do it.
Well, I think I had read that they were just only going to give him a small bit part. And it was only basically about him and 7 of 9. So he wasn't.
Yeah,
going
he
to
said
actually...
he wasn't interested in playing that love angle no more.
Right. So I don't blame him.
I mean, getting to see Tuvok was nice, and then he turned out to be,
to be a changeling.
All right. Can you hear us yet, Jack? I don't think so. Well, I guess not. All right, Katala, your thoughts on Picard, the whole thing, or just this last season? On you.
Last season, this season is better than the other two. I'm hoping perhaps when they start again, Worf might have the foresight to bring the Klingon ships in to help them take over the changeling acquired fleet of Starfleet. So wait and see, I guess, is the best attitude.
I thought about that as well. The finale for DS9 was just, it blew me away. I had, I believe Za was there. We had a couple of our boys were there. We're all sitting around the screen and we're watching this whole thing unfold. And I have to agree with Marky Mark. It needs to be 2 hours. It really does. Although I think I don't know how I feel, because now you gave us something and now it's at its end. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. They gave us the whole crew back. They put them on the original ship, which is not my favorite. Let me be clear. I do not like the Enterprise D. I saw it and was like, you couldn't break out the E for this bad boy? Wait, the D? Against all these new advanced ships? And then, of course, LaForge explained that it wasn't on that system, so they couldn't take it over. Okay. But now you're going against, overwhelming odds. And you have the main crew. So it's definitely reminiscent of Star Trek in the past. You know what I mean? But now I'm at that point where I don't want to see it end. I'm like Picard talking to Data. I'm stalling because I don't want to see this end. This is great. For the first time, you've given us some real Trek besides Strange New Worlds that I'm really, really interested in. And now I am at the last episode, kind of going, please, give us more. Don't end it like this. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it'll be a great ending, but I'm a little sad to see that it's going to end like this. All right, guys. Favorite part out of season 3? Lieutenant Commander?
I think seeing War for the first time was really cool. He just standing there with, the phaser in his hand. I enjoy that. And seeing all of them in last week's episode on the bridge, your heart just went, I'm home. And it was beautiful to see.
See, that's I was talking to Big L about that, and he was like, this is what the fans wanted. And I'm going, I get it. I still would have preferred the Enterprise E, but I get it. And now that it's about to end, I'm really upset because they had a bridge shot that's been going around the internet of them all on the bridge. And now I'm understanding that we will never get to see this again. You know, like it when it went off the air for the last time when Picard's at the poker table, they're all around the poker table. And he's like, I should have did this a long time ago. And then of course we get to see them in the movies, but that particular point in time we'll never get again. And of course, now here we are again. So, Katala, your favorite part of season 3?
When Worf and Raffi got beamed onto the Enterprise, but Worf's Mek'leth, the new one, that is a piece of art there. And I do like the fight scenes, so that's probably it.
So you enjoyed the heads rolling. Okay. So look, Marky Mark, we know you're not we know you're a closet trekker. Come on out, son. Come on. Bishop. Excuse me, Zah. Your favorite moment in season 3, sir?
Too many to count, but one of my favorites, and you and I had talked about it, was early on when you see Picard and Riker in the bar having a drink, and this, it's just the fact that the two of them remind me of you and I. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the two of them had gone away, done their own things, went off and had their own adventures, and they got back together. They went to the bar, and it was like they picked up right where they left off at. So I was like, oh my God, they have not skipped a beat. You know what I'm saying? It was just like the final episode of Next Generation, and then you pick up Picard season 3 with the two of them walking into the bar and they're sitting down having a drink. It was just like, they got a little bit of grayer, got a little bit of heavier set. But other than that, it just felt like it was a continuation of what had came before. So I thought, like you said, the showrunner for this season has just been absolutely amazing. And he should be tasked with anything and everything Star Trek going forward, in my opinion. Because I would love to see what he would do. I would love to see what he would do with DS9, Cisco in there.
Well, I mean, Star Trek Legacy. Here's a chance to really do some stuff. Now, they've been talking about this. There was the Captain Worf proposal by Michael Doran. Matter of fact, when I met him, I was telling him I was a big supporter. He's like, you gotta keep telling them. You gotta keep telling them. You gotta keep pushing it out there. Of course, people are like, they need a Worf and Ralphie show. No,
actually, I think that would be kind of cool.
I don't like Ralphie. I
don't really care too much for her either. I mean, I think she's cool. I think the actress is really nice.
The actress is very nice. Yes,
and I think that, nice the character is, his character this season has been done way better than the last couple seasons. I mean, that first season she was nice. I liked her in the first season, but that whole 7 of 9 and Raffi love story, they could have just kept that.
Look. We not. I don't. My thing is this, and I know I'm going to get some flack because I've always believed in Star Trek's ideal of IDIC, and to each his own, infinite combinations and everything else. I just don't understand where she went from Chakotay to now she's discovered this new plateau of love.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. If you were to maybe put the pieces in there for me, I might be power to 7 of 9. Let's go, girl. Do your thing. But I want to know what happened back here. You got it coming back in.
Ooh, I got sound now, baby.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my United Commander. All right, sir. We were talking about your favorite standout moment in season 3 of Picard.
I'm going to have to think about that one. There's a couple. I'm not sure. I would say anyone stands out to me, but
Okay. So I still want to see where this thing goes. If we get Star Trek Legacy, hopefully maybe they'll do something with DS9. As a matter of fact, I put up on our site that the young man that played Cisco's son said he had a very special announcement. Sadly, I missed that announcement. I've had company all week long, and I've been kind of running around doing all kinds of things. But I'm kind of hoping that we've heard he said some good news, and I'm going to try to.
Well, the announcement was, because I sat there and I watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, the announcement was that on May 22nd, they're going to have Cisco Day, and they're going to. They don't know if they're going to be able to get Avery Brooks, but they wanted to just celebrate the first black captain in Star Trek, and they wanted to just to have they have Picard Day, they have Captain Kirk Day. They wanted to do a Captain Cisco Day, and so I'm definitely going to be tuning in for that.
Well, you're a big DS9 fan. I didn't know they had a Captain Kirk Day.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I know about First Contact Day. I didn't know they had a Captain Kirk Day.
Yeah, they have a day where they kind of like celebrate Captain Kirk,
Well, his birthday, because it's like in Iowa, Riverdale or River something, Iowa.
Yeah. Even though he was, the actor was born in Canada,
but
Cisco would be cool. I've met Kirk in real life. I won't say nothing else.
Yeah, I met him too. Yeah. He's a little something else, ain't he?
Yeah, I think he's too much into himself, but that's my opinion.
No.
Yes.
I paid for a picture and he wouldn't even sign my autograph. It's like, come on, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
If you see him, run the other way.
Well, I guess he's getting set in his ways. You know what I mean? I guess my favorite moment was when Worf saw Deanna and told him that he's been thinking about her for a while. He's changed, and Riker leans in. Would you guys like a moment? I thought that was, I thought that was kind of a nice little moment, reminiscing of the whole Worf, Deanna Troy's, love story, and Worf was still, he was still swinging him. Hey, let me throw it out there, maybe, I kind of like that.
I tell you, a great scene was all of them sitting around the table again, like they were in the Ready Room.
Yeah,
and just to see the fact that they still look the same. They you could definitely tell that there's camaraderie there. They love each other, and it was just great to see them all just sitting there together.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And again, like I said, for me though, was when they got into the chair. He got into that center chair, and everybody was at their stations. We don't have LaForge in engineering anymore. We got them right there with Data, and they're getting ready to engage the fleet. I was like, wow, okay, another moment in time that we'll probably never get back. But the showrunner brought in all the people that made Next Generation. He brought them back in here, and for the life of me, I don't understand why. What's his name? The old showrunner,
Rick Berman.
No, not Rick Berman.
Oh, you talking about Ronald D. Moore?
No, I'm talking about the showrunner from.
For the first two seasons.
Yeah. I forget his name. That's how bad it is. I forget his name, but I know he was on JJ's timeline.
Alex Kurtzman.
Yeah, Kurtzman, who obviously does not know Trek.
No, he doesn't. he doesn't. Regardless of what he said.
Obviously,
he doesn't.
Because now, with, like I said, with this coming in, and they went behind the scenes and they were showing us. They brought back in, the guy who did the panels and all the, what I mean? Just lore that makes Trek good Trek. But I would like to see more than one Klingon. I think Katala's right. I want to see regularly good-looking Klingons and not this Discovery stuff. You know what I mean? We got
No,
Worf back.
please, no.
You know, let's kind of push that. Let's kind of push that that envelope.
Yeah, because I was wondering. I was wondering if we're going to see other Starfleet Klingons. You know, because I think I saw a Ferengi. I thought I did. Maybe that was the gummy. But
Ferengi was on DS9.
right. But I'm saying in on the ship of the Titan, where you're seeing crews walking by, I would have loved to have seen Klingon
you
or
saw
Ferengi.
Yeah, you saw Ferengi.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
smooth foreheads ain't no good, man.
Yeah, that just, I don't know. I mean, so with this last episode getting ready to drop, are you expecting anyone to die, or are you expecting them all to live happily ever after going back into retirement?
Somebody's going to die.
Yeah, somebody got to go. Got to add some drama to make you want to come back. What?
Or get maimed pretty good.
It's probably going to be Picard.
I was thinking that too.
I'm not gonna lie.
Got to make a big statement.
That would be a big statement.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that would be a big statement.
Could be Deanna Troy.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I kind of forgot Deanna was even there.
Player, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not a major player. You got to be somebody big.
Yeah.
Riker.
Now it could be Beverly.
Riker is good.
Riker's possible.
Yeah.
I think Riker's going to be. They're going to set Riker up because he's probably going to. They'll probably spin it off with him if they do something with the Next Generation cast.
Well,
He would be perfect.
Well, they're saying that we had Marky Mark saying Data can't die again.
I know,
they're
right?
Saying that, I think it would be Picard because he's already had the positronic body and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Forgive me, that stuff just makes me cringe all the time.
But Riker as a lead is not strong, though. Not in my opinion.
Well, yeah, I think they kind of really. Well, I mean, when he was on the, that's kind of a good statement, Jack, because when he was on the bridge, and he blamed Picard, "You just killed us all. Get off my bridge," and I was like, "Wow."
Yeah.
You couldn't make a decision, and now you're getting mad at the dude that was making decisions left hand over fist.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But he was right.
Who was right?
But
Riker.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have known that.
I know. I'm just.
You know what I'm saying?
2020 hindsight don't
run her.
Yeah,
I couldn't run the ship. And my motto when I play Star Trek Online, all hands prepare to go into battle. We don't run. We Starfleet, especially if I'm in my bird of prey. I go down in a blaze of glory. That's all.
You don't have time to back up and think about it for 20 minutes before you do something.
No.
Yeah.
You got to respond now. The threat is there. You deal with it now. It may not be the right decision, but you got to deal with it now.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's the Klingon in me, because Klingons act. You know what I'm saying? We go in like Jack said, whether it's right or wrong, we're acting.
Got to respond.
Yeah. Yes. I was gonna say you do remember Cisco pulled Worf's car down. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead, say something.
Look, we won't talk about that. That. You know what I mean? But the new rumor, of course, is that. Say it again.
Oh, I was just saying that that's what Star Trek was about. When the bad guy was coming onto the scene, they only had seconds to react. To fix the warp core. They didn't have that long to do it. And for Riker to sit there and trying to beg, I know he's a family man at that time, but it just took him way too long to do it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I believe he was
I
emotionally
agree.
compromised
Mm-hmm.
because he was still dealing. No, seriously, I thought he.
No, he
was
was,
still
and he
dealing
said
with-
he was. He said he was.
So,
He
yeah,
apologized after the fact.
right.
So,
But
I
it was
mean,
still great to
I
see,
get
though.
it.
He was like, "Get off my bridge." I was just like, "Oh, damn."
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah,
you
that little bit of
know, you
animosity.
got half
between
your
them.
crew killed, and now you want to apologize? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, But now, guys, with this, and we're going to come back, and of course, we're going to talk about the finale because, we just have to do that. But Section 31 is going to be a movie instead of being a TV show.
Boo,
It's going to be a movie event.
boo,
Yeah, I agree. It needs to be a TV show.
boo.
Wow.
I would rather have a TV show, but at least a movie is something to keep it going. At least that's a start. Not where I'd want to go with it, but that's a start.
I agree. I'm a big Michelle Yeoh fan. I mean, I liked her when she was Michelle Khan.
Absolutely.
Like I had a shot, right? But I
You
love
one better than I did, that's for sure. Man, I'm
She
too
was
old.
a
You
great- she was-
man, you got cobwebs in, man. You got to get rid of them cobwebs. Talk to them.
She was a great empress. I thought as the mirror, coming in there doing what she did. I loved her swagger.
Confidence.
Here's the only what's that?
Confidence.
The confidence, yeah, definitely. The only thing I don't like is when they try to, because we're on cable now, so now we can curse, be obscene, show all this nudity. I mean, I'm not here to watch Star Trek to see Klingon breasts, and you know what I mean. And we're in the 25th century, and we still use modern slang. I just think that takes me out of the moment for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because even in First Contact, remember Zephyr Cochrane goes, "I gotta take a leak," and they were like, "Leak?" Lord Geordi was like, "Leak? I don't see no leak." He goes, "Don't you guys pee?" He's like, "Oh, leak. Hey, that's pretty funny." Now all of a sudden, every little common kind of phrase that we're doing now, they're still doing. Which again, I mean, I get it. You got these young writers and you're trying to appeal to a younger crowd because they don't have the IQ or the attention span to keep up with an intelligent show, but I think they're dumbing it down a little bit. You know what I mean? I really do. I don't like the fact that they have to do that. But
have you been outside your house lately and look at the general population? They're all dumbed down. So we got to dumb everything down just to make people communicate.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. No, you're right.
No disrespect to anybody. I mean,
no. I totally get what you're saying, man. So. It's just amazing to me. Well, here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, there's another classic scene. Oh, well, double dumbass on you, and I mean, just they didn't even catch the concept. But again, here we are in the 25th century, and they're still saying getting laid, and I'm sitting there going, I don't know if they would have phrased it quite that way, and dropping F-bombs. I mean, Data, when he said, "Oh shit," that when the saucer was coming down, that was like one of the funniest moments in that whole movie. Data with emotions breaks this, what everybody's thinking. Data saying it. Those little moments.
But that word could have been justifiably used in the future, though.
Yes.
A lot of the other stuff not. But yeah, that absolutely.
Yeah.
Like,
I totally agree.
Boom,
Yeah, I thought that was, well done. So, Section 31, anyone thoughts on what you're hoping to see? Oh, wow.
Action.
Nothing because they're supposed to be a clandestine group. We shouldn't see anything.
I think that is going to be just a short 2-hour movie on Paramount Plus. I would have definitely liked to see week by week, to see her character develop from when she first entered Discovery to where she's at now. And I think in a small Paramount movie, we're not going to be able to really see that.
Good point.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I forgot that she's that mirror,
Empress.
And she's teaching secretive intelligence for Starfleet. So it's no wonder what they were. And, I think another favorite thing from this season was they were talking about Kirk on the panel when they snuck into that station or whatever it was that they were going
Daystrom Station, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like their little secret stash of stuff. And they were talking about James T. Kirk up on there, which, shout out to the Shatnerverse. I love that whole little series of what he was trying to do. I don't know if they debunked it or not tried to make it canon or not.
No, they're talking about trying to make it canon. Actually, they did make it canon because it's in Picard.
Oh, yeah, now it is. You're right.
Yes, so they're talking about you may see Kirk show up again.
Yeah, but we'll probably get the go ahead.
So if Michelle is Section 31 and Worf's Rafi's handler, who is Worf's handler? Is it Michelle?
You might see them again on there. I don't know. I love the idea of it. I thought it was a cool thing, but now I'm kind of like, I'm like with you guys, 2 hours. And then if that, it might even be an hour and a half. You know what I mean? And then
I was thinking that you said who could be Worf's handler?
Mm-hmm.
Garrick.
Interesting.
Or Bashir.
Nah.
Remember, he was
Bashir, I don't think so.
Yeah, but he left.
That doesn't mean that they haven't circled back around and brought him back in.
Yeah, I don't
She's
see
a little too emotional.
I don't see it.
I don't
Garrick,
I
can see.
Garrick, yeah.
Look, he led the Obsidian Order and coming over to Starfleet.
Garrick was just the man. I mean, you talk about somebody being, pale moonlight. That's all I got to say. Pale moonlight.
It's the 25th anniversary of that episode.
No.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, really?
I believe today or this week or something like that.
Oh.
25th anniversary of that episode.
Well, I'll have to definitely boot it up and watch it, because that episode and the episode where Worf kills Gowron, and it killed me when he announced himself and Slayer of Gowron. I was like, wow, okay. I loved it. I mean, I loved Ensign Kim. Marty Mark said Ensign Kim.
Look, he's still an ensign after all this time.
I know by now they done promoted that man.
God, I hope so.
Yeah, to lieutenant.
Poor Ensign Kim. He was the poor whipping boy of Voyager. That poor man.
Yeah.
I like him. I met B'Elanna Torres at the 50th anniversary of Star Trek. That was kind of one of the worst experiences I've ever had. I'm going to kind of leave that at that.
Wow.
If you've seen Galaxy Quest, where the captain is, next and he's just tossing out autographs, she went to sign the autograph and it didn't write. And then she was just like, and I was like, I only watched Voyager because of you. You're my favorite Klingon. She's like, oh yeah. She just slid the autograph towards me. I mean, I felt like I was on Galaxy Quest. My friend, because I'm standing there in disbelief, and she was already on to the next person. My friend kind of grabs me. He's like, man, it's okay. I saw it. She kind of slighted you. And I'm sitting there like, are you kidding me? You know what I mean? As a fan, you didn't take the time to connect with your fan. You just kind of threw it out.
Terry Farrell made up for it though at GalaxyCon.
Oh, Terry Farrell made it for it at the 50th anniversary because after I saw her, I ran into Terry Farrell over there, right across the hallway, and she talked to us for like 50 minutes.
Oh
Just
wow.
talked. We had because there was nobody over there. She had just came from behind the curtain, and her thing didn't start. But I was standing there, and she looked over at us, and she was like this, and I was like, "Let's go." But when I got in front of her, I couldn't talk. I froze. My friend's like, say something, would you please? He wasn't a big Star Trek fan, but he's like, say something. I'm like, I love your work, and she's like, oh, okay. So I got the $20 in my hand, or $40 or whatever it was for the signature. She goes, "Is that for me?" And I'm like, oh. She takes it and she puts it in her bra. She's like, "I'll save that for later." And she's like, "Well, choose a picture and everything else." And I chose the Worf and her photo, and it was my birthday. And she sang me happy birthday, and she signed a card. So after I left her, I went over to Michael Dorn, and he's looking down, and he goes, "Well, what's all this?" I said, "Well, today's my birthday." He said, "Well, happy birthday." And he signed it happy birthday. So those two made my convention, and then we went to Richmond, and Katala and I got to take a picture with her, and she signed a picture. I got her like on the steps, in her little blue uniform and everything else, and she signed it. And I was just like, boom. But the most amazing thing was we slipped her our business card.
I did. You wouldn't.
On it. I mean, dude.
I gave it to her.
Amazing. So we might one day get her on the show. We had Gowron. I mean, we had Martok up here.
And Gowron might. I've got to do Gowron, remind him at the end of next month. He said he will let us know for sure. And then we've got Terry Farrell. I did ask her. I asked her in her Instagram. So I'm keeping tabs on people.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we might get Robert O'Reilly on here in June.
I got a picture with J.G. Hertzler. That was pretty cool.
Oh, man. I mean, JG, he stayed on here. It was like a couple of days before my birthday. Katala got him.
I got him for you. You didn't think I could.
An hour and 28 minutes. This
man
is on with us, just talking away. It's on the Proud Warriors of Kronos. It's at the top.
Yes.
I pinned it, both sessions. There's an audio version of it. But he sat there and he talked to us. And let me tell you, this man was just smooth, cool. You could sit there and just listen to this man talk. You know what I mean? And then he was like, "Well, my political views might get me in trouble." And we were like, "We don't care. Say what you got to say." You know what I mean?
And then we got pulled into the house of Martok.
Oh, yeah. He inducted us into the house of Martok. That was like, I've gone and went to Stovacor. I'm good. I've done everything I needed to do. The general himself put us in the Stovacor. But, guys, I see a lot of great things coming. Right now we are the main crew. I'm hoping to get some of our own, station crew here on board with us to do these shows. But until then, it'll be just us holding the banner and holding the line. Because growing up, it was so hard to find Star Trek fans. You could find Star Wars fans anywhere. But finding a Star Trek fan was rough. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you all, I was ready to leave. I was ready to leave the fandom. And I had some words with the Klingon organization. They excommunicated me.
Can I ask which organization?
Take a guess.
Yeah, take a guess. Take a guess which one.
Same one that booted me.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. I used to do all the promotional stuff for them, their videos, all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, I became a problem.
Oh.
Because I let a member come into. He wanted to leave, and I said, "Well, join the Federation. They're looking for Klingons," and he joined. And they wanted to give him the Dahar Master title. And these guys lost their minds. And, if you do this, I'm like, he's not part of your organization. What do you care?
And it's like when I started helping Proud Warriors out, I started getting a lot of flack for that. And then got the boot after I was told, well, do we keep her in or do we let the Targs have her?
So, Proud Warriors of Kronos has never been something that I was here to push or promote or steal people away. It was just for Klingon culture, for the Klingon fandom. And of course, here at United, I put it under this one banner because we were playing Star Trek Online and they had that alliance that was going on. And I was like, this is what I wanted to do. Federation, Klingon, and Romulans all under one roof, and we can draw people in and promote and, have a good fan club. No one liked that idea. I rammed it down their throat. I got it. I got them to sign a treaty between the Federation and the Klingons. They didn't like that at first, but they did it. I still got the paperwork where they all signed up. They all signed off on it. And, I felt kind of like Worf. I've done what no other Klingon has done. I've, forged an alliance between the Federation and the Klingon Empire. And I swear to you, within 2 months of that, because this one guy wanted to go over to them, they lost their minds. But I got back in, and then they excommunicated my mentor, who's been with them from the beginning. And then I said, "Look, man, I'm out." And then, of course,
I ask his name?
Huh? Robert Galley.
Wow, really?
Yeah. They kicked him out. Yeah.
It sounds like a lot.
And then I told you what was going on too.
Yeah, they throw mud at me too, and I throw it right back at them.
Yeah, it's just it's crazy.
Go ahead, kick me out. I don't care. Go ahead, do it.
Ridiculous.
I dare you.
That's what it is. That's why I said, I try to bring on the Proud Warriors of Kronos. I try to bring the Klingon fandom together, and I was ready to leave until they started messing with Katala, and then I think what it was, I said, "Well, come on, you can help, do my stuff over here," and da. Stuff started taking off. And then right before my birthday, we had Martok come on, and I was just like, man, I really wanted to leave. I didn't want to do this again, but here we are. I mean, I'm in full swing of doing stuff. Picard season 3 was hitting. We had Strange New Worlds. Everything was looking good. Everything was coming back. And for the first time in years, I mean, at least 20 years, I go to a convention. My forehead, I was afraid to put on because of the glue. And my skin flakes and chaps, and it's a real bad eczema condition I have. But I put on my sash. I went out there. There was only 3 Klingons there, me, Katala, and this other guy. But I had a real good time. I had my disruptor in my little sash there, and I had
I'm usually the only Klingon at like Pensacon and CoastCon, and
really
most of these I'm the only Klingon. I don't care.
Yeah,
everybody wants my picture because my costume, my uniform is good. It's like, yeah, come on, man.
I'm telling you, it was a blast. That's why we're doing it now.
So I'd rather be one of a few than like the 501st. Kind of, my brother-in-law's into that. It's like, I don't want to be one of 100,000. I'd rather be one of 2 or 3.
Yeah,
that's why Klingons to me are it's classic. Without Klingons, the whole Star Trek is bull.
Yeah, I mean, we had a great time.
It was fun.
We had a great time. As a matter of fact, the guy came back, and the next day he had his Federation stuff on.
Yep.
And I kind of got upset because I was like, I could have brought my Federation uniform.
Nah.
I had it, but I was like, I'll go Klingon. It was cool. But
I took care of him for you. I got him by the throat. Nope, no Federation. Bye.
Hey, look, we got Mr. Paul Rice of 3D Made by Rice.
Yes.
We're going to be doing a giveaway with him soon. We might try to get him to do another giveaway with something Star Trek, something Klingon.
That would be awesome.
Right now he did this. And this is like one of my favorite things. I always keep it right here by my desk. Love it. Love it. Oh, he's a Trekker. Oh, last time we wore a uniform, it was from Generation. There were tons of, and that was the funny thing. You would think there would be like movie adaptations of the uniforms, but it was all Next Generation 90s style uniforms.
Yeah.
Which oh yeah, absolutely, he would love to do some Star Trek stuff. Well, there you go.
Pull
There
him
you
in
go,
for the
guys.
Klingons. We need another Klingon.
Well, my uniform is based on Captain Kong. Actually, Next Generation.
Oh really?
I think I
Yep.
sent you a copy of my uniform. It's all leather,
You did? Very
Yeah.
nice.
head to toe leather.
I'm telling
That's
you.
hot.
Yeah. Well, luckily for us, Richmond was cold. It was.
Oh,
It was perfect. I liked
was
it.
just- I mean, dude, I was sitting off on the edge of the chair, going, "Man, I wish they turned this AC off," because I was, But it was a great time. But all right, guys. Za, make sure you get with Jack so you guys can regulate United, which is our DS9 station. Let me see if I can do this for you. Look at that.
Yvonne,
There you
I'll
go.
get in
There's
touch
the
with you. We can figure
Okay.
something
And
well, yeah, I need to apologize. I haven't been as busy on United as I should. This is prime planting season. I've been working outside till like 7, 8 o'clock every night, getting my garden going. So my apologies. I will get
Jack,
things rolling.
look, take your time. We're not really doing much. We're just getting
shaking out the cobwebs.
somebody told me it was just a muddle.
The young lady talked about
Is that
cobwebs.
a Monty
I got a
Python
bunch.
reference? Well, I can always bring out my playmates with sight and sound, sir.
Bring out a bat lift.
I got that too. I got your look. I tell you, I keep everything near me. I don't play.
There you go.
Oh, I
There
got
you go.
I got the tog all cleaned up. It's all shiny and it works great. The leather's been oiled. I
do
can go
not
grab
play.
I can go grab the tog.
But look,
Yeah, next
what
time I
want you
won't
guys
be
to
on my
do-
front porch either. I was kind of like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you don't want to do that. People drive by. What is that man doing?
oh, I live out in the sticks, man. I can't even see the road from my house. So
Oh wow.
Oh.
I can go out and pee on ant beds, nobody see me.
Uh-oh. Klingon
I'll
disruptor.
take one.
But nobody smells my pigs and chickens either, so that's good.
Pigs are good. Pigs are good.
Well,
They're
look,
smart.
I want you guys to keep up doing what you're doing. Every now and then check in. We have the monthly check-in. The storyline will go on as follows. Monday, I'm going to push the story along. Za is in charge of keeping the storyline straight and going. He's getting ready to go on vacation, but when he comes back, I'll be handing everything over to him.
Sounds good.
And that will be our story master. Sound good, Za?
Yes, sir.
Look at him. Silent, but yes. He's a Bajoran.
I'm keeping a copy and I can print it off later if you need it.
Okay. I want to thank Mr. Paul Rice for 3Ds made by Rice. He's going to help us out with some stuff. Thank everybody
Cool.
else for joining us. I think we had a very nice little coming out kind of like party. Keep up with United. I guess vet some people who might want to come in and get a position. And for those of you that are Klingon, you have your uniforms, and we just need to come up with a Starfleet uniform for everyone. What everybody's going to feel comfortable in. And if not, we'll just my thing is to make T-shirts for everybody, and then everybody just buys a T-shirt, and you got your uniform. You don't have to worry about it.
You've got that nice logo that our engineer did for United and for Victory.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm looking at that. We might have to do something with that.
That would look
But-
nice on a shirt.
next week, in 2 weeks, guys, we come back here. So we talk about the finale of Picard. I want to thank Jedi Joe for just stopping by and joining us. Marky Mark for all his hilarious comments. I know you're a Trekker, sir. You're a closet Trekker. Come on out.
We don't bite.
I do.
You're Klingon. You're supposed to. It's a Klingon thing.
All right. So with that being said, guys, I wish you all a pleasant night. And I'm not going to say anything corny. I'm just going to say good night.
All right. This has been good, Admiral.
Good night.
Yes. Good night.
Good night.